Alright everyone, a quick update here. I will be doing an Eclipse live stream later. Also, there's a conversation with another notable YouTuber that I'll be sharing out later. But I've got to do some videos before the Eclipse stuff. I've got to eat. It's a busy day. It's time for Vermont Issues episode 34, Bennington Downtown Redevelopment, which is happening with a grant of some millions of dollars from the state. Essentially, an entire block is being redeveloped. And that's a good thing. It's nice. Vermont has one advantage over some states in the Union, which is that there's more of a downtown focus because it's tourist driven. People want things to be more compact and scenic as opposed to having sort of miles and miles of endless box stores. Really, Rutland is the only place here in Rutland, Vegas we call it. It's the only part of the state that has the extensive box store lined strip. As opposed to other, like even Burlington is more compact. South Burlington has some of that going on because of the airport and the main road there down almost to Shelburne. Otherwise, it's a fairly large downtown. It's nice to see Bennington redeveloping itself a little bit. I wish they would do that here in Rutland. Like, there are a lot of marginal properties that right now are used for renting, basically. They're essentially large one-family homes originally that have been turned into de facto apartments. It would be nice if we could have some redevelopment going on the fringes of our downtown, because what would be more efficient and probably more scenic is to have buildings where the apartment structures are above and there are businesses on the bottom level. You could expand the roads, add extra parking, like, there are parts of Rutland, honestly, where people do side street parking on a road that's really only 1.5 lanes to begin with, and so it really throttles traffic, it really throttles movement, it's less efficient. We should be looking into redeveloping parts of our marginal downtown too. But Bennington does have a compact little downtown, and it is mostly scenic. Bennington is a really nice city. It's smaller than Rutland, certainly smaller than Burlington. But it's still one of the main hubs of activity in Vermont still, nonetheless. And it'll probably look better, honestly. My hope is that now that Castleton is a university and has actually taken up a couple of buildings in our own downtown, that they'll be developing things and that things will become more downtown-y on the margins of that region. It would be nice. It would be nice if Rutland would do that. It would begin to look slightly more like Burlington. We'd probably be better off, more wealthy. Tourism would flow in more than it does currently. Because right now, a lot of the center of activity is basically Walmart, the Walmart parking lot, and that draws people in. They mutter around the downtown. It'd be nice, honestly, if we could rezone some things in our own city. But Bennington is a good place to start. Let's see how it works out in Bennington before it's adopted elsewhere. But it's been a long time since Vermont really did redevelopment sort of stuff. We get a lot of aging infrastructure, a lot of old downtowns that haven't really expanded, like Rutland. Back almost 100 years ago, the downtown looked basically similar to the way it does now. It hasn't grown much since then. The box store sort of corridor has. And I think that's unfortunate. It's good for people who are just, they're tourists, but they're going through for like the service economy sort of stuff. Now, as far as taking greater advantage, I think, of our economic potential, perhaps less so. And then there are the parts of Vermont that haven't changed at all, like Woodstock. Looks exactly the same. That whole region looks exactly the same. White River Junction looks exactly the same as it always did, kind of a little bit run down and seedy, honestly, in spots. That's what we should be aiming for as a state. Let's go a little bit more business-friendly, a little bit more compact, thus scenic. And more efficient, actually, because a lot of people can't afford homes in Vermont anyway. They need an apartment. Well, let's make sure they're up to modern standards so that people aren't being charged $800–900 a month for a compact apartment, which is the case right now. There's a shortage, I think, of space for people that really they can't get into the owns house class of the economy, partially because of our high tax rate. But we need to redevelop things a little bit first. So let's see how it goes in Bennington. So good luck to them. That's about all. Peace out.